Thank you for watching. This is part of a series titled How the Myth of Insulin Resistance is Sustained. I'm Dr. John. I'm a retired MD. I've been researching type 2 diabetes for over 20 years. I'm not selling any gadgets, supplements, tablets, or programs. Today, I would like to address internists, family practitioners, obstetricians, diabetic educators, naturopaths, and other medical practitioners who care for people with type 2 diabetes. We all consider that what we learned in medical school as the truth. For example, we have been indoctrinated into the concept of insulin resistance as the causative factor of type 2 diabetes. Medical literature treats this as a proven fact, and you advise your patients accordingly, under the impression that this concept has been validated long time ago. However, nothing is further from the truth. Therefore, I advise you, or I implore you, to check the validity of this concept. Yes, it is natural for you to be skeptic about what I am proposing. But think how many medical practices today are based on claims that once were thought crazy by the medical mainstream. One such example is the identification of Helicobacter pylori as the cause of stomach ulcers, and I don't have to tell you about that. The point is, sometimes even widely accepted and promoted medical science can be wrong, and we need to take a second look at it. That is all I'm asking, to verify what you have been led to believe about insulin resistance as the cause of type 2 diabetes. I believe that we all have been deceived, not intentionally, I must add. Nevertheless, we have been misled. So, before you continue to suggest medications and treatments for type 2 diabetes based on a mistaken science, ask for verification of the concept of insulin resistance so that you can treat your patients truthfully and effectively. If you look at insulin resistance, you will see that it has not been proven scientifically. You need to have a logic of why only 3 out of 200 different types of cell in the body become involved. How do they know when to become resistant? How do they know it is insulin they are supposed to become resistant? How do they know at 8 weeks of pregnancy you develop the resistance and 4 days after delivery you become sensitive again? What is the mechanism? What is the logic? And above all, even if you have had diabetes for 20 years, even if you are suffering from complications, even if your legs are to be amputated, you don't know whether it is because the insulin resistance got worse. We have no measurement. In science, the proof has to be measurement. Measurement is science, so to speak. The validity of a scientific concept is based on measurement. And who is measuring the degree of insulin resistance in any one of the sites supposedly resistant to insulin? No one. Why? because it is not real. You can educate the public that the reason for high blood sugar in the body is putting in your mouth or putting in the mouth of grains and grain flour products which are absorbed into the body as glucose. You may be told that people have been eating grains for the last 10,000 years, and why the increase of incidence of type 2 diabetes recently, as recent as 60 years. The explanation is very simple. The Green Revolution 60 years ago produced an abundance of grains that became the cheapest food available for ordinary people to eat, often because of the subsidy by their own governments. The percentage of energy consumed during each day from grains has gone up from 30% about 100 years ago to 50 to 70% now. This is the driving force of the increasing incidence of type 2 diabetes all around the world. My goal is here to help reduce the frightening increase in the incidence of type 2 diabetes in the United States. I hope that you will consider my message. Thank you for listening. Contact me through my website. Again, I'm not selling any products or supplements or programs. My goal is to lower the frightening increase in the incidence of type 2 diabetes, reduce the cost in terms of limbs cut off, lives lost, and brains damaged through high blood sugar, and of course, reduce the financial costs associated with it. Thank you.